Hello, this is the BBC News with Fiona MacDonald. Rescue teams in western Ghana are searching for survivors after an explosion in a village razed hundreds of buildings to the ground. A local official said 17 bodies had been found after the blast in Apiete near the town of Bogoso, but there are fears that many more were killed. Police say the blast happened when a truck carrying explosives to a mine collided with a motorbike. Here's Favour Nunu.
It looks devastating. We're looking at some 200 to 300 homes that have been completely reduced to debris. This was a community that was alive and active at the time that the accident happened. And so the challenge is that there could be many people were trapped under the debris. Concerns have been raised about why the explosion happened, what safety protocols have been put in place for mining companies especially, and where these safety protocols adhered to. So government has promised that they are going to look into this and try and then resolve the situation.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has hit back at comments by Joe Biden about the threat of invasion by Russia. On Wednesday, the US President suggested that a minor attack might bring a weaker response from Washington and its allies. Mr. Zelensky said there was no such thing as a minor incursion. He urged Western governments to take action against Russia.
Our partners need to be effective, not just in words. What is important is not just information about what Russia can do or what the world will do in this case, but naming specific sanctions, measures that the whole world is prepared to take.
Moscow insists it isn't planning to attack. The United States has charged 4 government officials from Belarus with aircraft piracy over the diversion of a passenger plane in order to arrest a journalist. The incident took place last May when a Ryanair plane travelling from Greece to Lithuania was forced to divert to Minsk, as Peter Bowes reports.
The plane was diverted after the Belarusian authorities said there was a suspected bomb threat. When it landed in Minsk, prosecutors say passengers were ordered onto airport buses and later detained at the terminal where the Belarusian opposition journalist Roman Protasevich and his partner were led away. The prosecutors added that no bomb was found, and earlier this week a United Nations aviation report described the bomb threat as deliberately false. The defendants remain at large in Belarus.
Colombia's Supreme Court has resumed a debate on whether to decriminalise abortion. Currently, it's only allowed in cases of rape or where there's risk to the life of the mother or the baby. The session was suspended 2 months ago after one judge expressed his pro-abortion views in an interview. You're listening to the World News from the BBC. Austria has moved a step closer to becoming the first country in the European Union to require all adults to be vaccinated against COVID. The lower house of Parliament in Vienna approved the measure by a large majority. Critics say millions of Austrians will be made second-class citizens. In France, people will be required to show proof of vaccination to enter restaurants, cinemas and long-distance trains from Monday. President Biden's chief medical advisor, Dr. Anthony Fauci, has expressed concern about more than a quarter of the US population who haven't been vaccinated against the coronavirus. He said the country was averaging 2,000 COVID deaths per day, and the infection level would have to come down to a much lower level before US society functions more normally again. Speaking to the BBC, he urged people to get the jab.
We have a recalcitrant core of people who do not want to get vaccinated, and that's about 28% of the adult population. We are trying very hard to get people to appreciate why it is so important. 10 times more likely to be infected if you're unvaccinated, 17 times more likely to be hospitalized, and 20 times more likely to die.
Sudan's military chief, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, has appointed 15 ministers to a new government. The move comes almost 3 months after he seized power in a military coup which derailed a planned transition to elections. Since the coup, there have been frequent large protests which have seen more than 70 protesters killed. One of Brazil's greatest singers, Elsa Soares, has died at the age of 91 in Rio de Janeiro. She had a successful career spanning 60 years and had hits singing samba, jazz and hip-hop. She was known as an amazing performer and was once described as a mix of Tina Turner and Celia Cruz. BBC News.